Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to be a part of the Meraki Mini release video hop, and I am excited to join several other talented designers and feature some of the new Crafty Meraki new release products. So I have several of these floral dies. I'm going to walk through quickly. They all have like female names: Chloe, Kelsey, April. This one's called Rachel. And lastly, I have Spade. And they're different types of flowers that I don't know the names of. But I do know that this one, I believe, is called a cone flower. That'll probably be the only one that I actually know what it's called. Now, I die cut all of these out of white cardstock. I'm going to use Post-it tape to mask off the blooms so that I can blend some green for the stem. So this is a great way if you don't have a ton of solid color cardstock. Do it all out of white. Add your color with blending. Now I'm using Distress Ink cubes. You can use any brand of ink that you love. I'm having trouble, the petals are falling out. So I took a piece of Post-it, sticky side up, so it's sticky on the top, and I plopped down the petals on top of it. So that holds everything tight so I can blend the color on the petals. Okay, so for this I'm using picked raspberry, and then on the top a little candied apple. And I'm pretty sure, none of this is very realistic. I just kind of went crazy, and you know me, gonna try to slip in a rainbow if I can. But this candied apple and picked raspberry, I don't know, looks pretty magical together. So I'll pop this out. I still have that Post-it tape on the back holding the petals together, but look at it. It's pretty gorgeous. Okay, moving on to the next bloom. I believe this is called the Kelsey. I'm not sure what kind of bloom this is. But now I'm going to try to add a little more green to that stem. Again, with the twisted citron. And then I did pull out a little crushed olive just to give a slight variation. And with one of the mini blenders, I added just a little dab on the top. Now for the bloom, I'm going to do a combination of squeezed lemonade and spice marmalade. So first I go over the whole bloom with the squeezed lemonade. Just a light coating of yellow. I take a mini brush and go right in the center, kind of blend it out. And there you have it. That one was quick and easy. Okay, so there's bloom number 2. Now these are the Spade floral dies. I believe it's a medium, there's 3 of these in there. I did the medium size and the largest size. And it makes it easy to die cut first, pop them back in while it holds it in place, and you can add the color. Again, not realistic, but I love it how it turned out. So this one's Cracked Pistachio Mermaid Lagoon, and doing a little bit of those 2 colors, they'll never do you wrong, right? Okay, and then I had to slip in a little purple. So we got Wilted Violet and a little blueprint sketch, and I have a mixture of blending brushes. I'm getting so many blending brushes, I got them coming out the wazoo, but I'm not complaining, because you know what, it's nice to have them. You never know which one you want to grab, and whenever I have the ink, I just grab the color that's closest to it. And I'm liking these blender brushes. For years I used the sponges, and now I'm just on a brush kick. Can't help it. Okay, so we got one last bloom I'm going to do. And this is the April floral die. It's a little kind of intricate, I'm not sure what this is called. Maybe some of you know what this is called. But I'm going to do it out of green, a mixture of green. So I did Wilted Violet, and then I believe that is Lucky Clover, I think. And I'm using my ink stand there. I have the old black one. I think now she makes them in white. But they are handy dandy to hold your inks in place. Now I decided the center of that one bloom needed a little more pop. So I took it out and I took a Copic marker, give it a once over, and that gave it a little more pop. Sometimes you just got to roll and adapt. I'm using some score tape on the back to hold those pieces together. I did the same for that cone flower, put a little score tape on the back, but I want to show you these little dots in the top of the cone flower. I put some black ones in there, but I changed my mind. I didn't like the look of the black dots, so I die cut another one, just the top. I'm taking a yellow Copic to color those little dots or seeds or whatever they are. I use my embellishment tool to pop those in place, and they stick because I have score tape on the back holding it all nice and tight. And I think I like the little bit of a yellow dot better than the black. I think the black dot looked good too. You know, either one. Sometimes I can get real double-minded on the smallest little detail, but I find it's best to just not overthink it. Just go with the flow. Okay, so I'm laying out these blooms, kind of creating a bit of a bouquet. Once I get it how I like it, I'm going to hold this whole thing down with Post-it tape, and that way I can flip it over and add my adhesive. So I put 2 strips on, and then I flip it, and I'm going to add some liquid adhesive using Barely Arts. Mostly I'm just doing little dots or dabs on the stem parts. Not too much on the bloom. I want those to kind of hang free. And then what you can do is you can flip it over and you can make sure and get it nice and centered. And I just like press it down, count to 10, peel off that Post-it tape, and then change my mind. So I did decide to add a little foam tape on those larger blooms, you know, because dimension is life. So you'll pop those 2 up, and then I'll pop up this fog panel onto a white card base. Now moving on to the sentiment, I'm going to emboss this big bold smile from the Reason to Smile stamp set. Going to use white embossing powder on black. Yesterday was the first full day of school for my younger 3. I've got 2 in high school, 1 in middle school. I've got Alex in college. Bo's playing hockey in Germany, and it was just me and Hank the Tank. We're just like walking around in circles, don't know what to do, but it sure feels good to, you know, start to get back into a routine. My 2 that were in high school, Bailey and Charlie, were like, for sure, wanted to take German as a foreign language, and they're feeling confident, you know, after living in Germany for 2 years. I think they might get a good grade. So that's good. And this card is finished. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure and check out the Meraki Mini video hop. Leave comments for your chance to win prizes. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.